British establishment wants to stand by its own armed forces. It needs its soldiers to know that their bosses back home will stand by them, even when they kill innocent people.
As he was led from the courtroom, a relative of one of the victims shouted, "I hope you die in jail, you bastard."
I'd love to see him come back, because I would love to be there in the front row to see him getting hung by the neck. If it was here, I would be there and I would go cheering it on.
Today was the first time the new Irish government and Sinn Féin met delegation to delegation.
When John Major and John Bruton walked into the Balmoral Conference Centre this morning, they brought to an end 2 years of the most intensive Anglo-Irish negotiations since partition.
He will regret his part in driving Northern Ireland back at least 10 years by promoting this dishonourable blueprint for an all-Ireland.
I guess now it's time for me to give up. I feel it's time. Got a picture of you beside me. Got your lipstick mark still on your coffee cup. Oh yeah. Got a fist of pure emotion. Got a head of shattered dreams. Gotta leave it all behind now. Whatever I said, whatever I didn't mean it. I just want you back for good. Want you back, want you back, want you back for good. Whenever I'm wrong, just tell me the song and I'll sing it. You'll be right and understood. Want you back, want you back.
3/4 of a mile long, up to 30 feet high, the very latest in designer walls.
But underlined, I figured out the story. No.
The Gardaí's emergency response unit used stun grenades to stop 2 cars travelling north on the main Dublin to Belfast road.
I celebrated glory, but that was not to be.
Their solicitor said the four had concluded that a non-violent approach was now needed to overcome the problems leading to Irish unity.
Mr Clinton said when he'd granted Mr Adams' visa, he'd made it clear that in return, Sinn Féin must seriously and quickly discuss decommissioning. The Tower Museum in Derry
It's here the organisers of the group Gay Pride plan to screen a selection of films as part of a 10-day festival in June. But a DUP councillor and former mayor of the city has objected to council-owned property like the museum being used by the gay community.
We have an issue here where I believe you're going to have a gay lesbian organisation promoting their activities in council property. Now I think as a council we have a responsibility to say no.
They're trying to say they didn't know we were joyriders. The soldier trailed me out, called me a joyriding slut. That was the first words he said to me. So obviously they knew we were joyriders. There's no use trying to hide it.
If they had killed her that night, there would have been nobody on trial, and that's honest. That's being honest about it. She was lucky she lived. If they had had their way, I think they would have preferred she would have died.
As long as he continues to renounce terrorism and as long as they continue on the progress that they, the path that they have set, including the willingness to talk about weapons decommissioning, then I think we're doing the right thing. We are supporting an end to terrorism and the beginning of peace and I hope more prosperity in Northern Ireland.
Do you have a sense of triumph on this occasion, Mr. Adams?
Hiya, Peter. I'm glad that we're sharing this moment of history.
I left Mr. Adams in no doubt of the importance that the government attached to substantial progress being made by the Provisional IRA in the decommissioning of arms. That means getting rid of them so that they can no longer be used again, ever.
The Prince left none of the reporters in any doubt about how he felt about being in the Republic.
I always look forward to coming.
Very welcome.
The links and friendships between the peoples of these islands are found everywhere and in almost every family. This, ladies and gentlemen, must surely reinforce the important efforts now being made to build a lasting peace.
There is no cover-up, there is no safe haven, there is no shelter.
My Savior is pure now, because my lonely heart would bleed.
For some years, Sinn Féin, through myself, has been involved in contact with the British government. Never once, not on one occasion, was the word decommissioning ever mentioned by the British government. Never once was the word decommissioning ever alluded to by the British government.
people here that play at Clegg has been released after only serving 4 years. We have prisoners in prison serving in excess of 18 years for similar offences, and they haven't been given the same consideration that he has been given.
It is patently absurd to equate Private Clegg's case with deliberate acts of murder by paramilitary.
Are you going to stand down?
It's oh so still. All alone. And so peaceful until you fall in love. Simple, the sky above. Simple is caving in. Wow! You've never been so nuts about a guy you wanna love. You wanna cry, you cross your heart and hope to die till it's over. And then
It's a lasting solution.
For this area?
For this area. That's our understanding of the situation.
but soon again. Start another big riot.
We're delighted to be back down the traditional route, as we expect to be again.
Surrender! Are you happy with the compromise?
No compromise by us. We have come down our traditional route in normal form with our flags flying.
Are you happy with the compromise on the other side?
Very good. Oh yes, we're happy that they agreed to it.
Would you congratulate them on the way they behaved?
Not in view of their illegal behaviour. I'm sorry, we couldn't do that.
And so peaceful until
I can't get away from a feeling of anger at those irresponsible politicians who tried not to help reach a compromise and maintain the peace, but actually to wind things up with blood-curdling speeches to a crowd already tense and already very large.
There was no serious disorder there at all. There were a few clods of earth thrown in a couple of bottles, nothing of any significance.
of those negotiations that I was involved with personally with John Major, and to my knowledge in relation to any other meetings that were held by anybody with my authority, there was no precondition for the decommissioning of arms before talks would begin.
As police Land Rovers made sure that the 20 or so apprentice boys were allowed to pass by unimpeded, to the obvious delight of their supporters, rioting broke out in the nearby embankment. Plastic bullets were fired, one striking this 22-year-old man in the face.
On disarming the IRA, he ruled out the surrender of arms. A heckler called out, "Bring back the IRA."
They haven't gone away, you know.
I therefore give you your new leader, Mr. David Trimble.
Tony Keane was shot dead as he sat in the driver's seat of his white Vauxhall Jeep in St Agnes's Drive just before 11 o'clock this morning.
Rows of houses all bearing down on me. I can feel the hands touching me. All these things into position. All these things will one day swallow whole.
We actually view it as the whole thing is a complete joke and laughable. You know, to be handing out medals for the siege of Drumcree, you know.
Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still love you like that. No, we don't die. Yes.
The sooner we have elections, the better. The sooner we have dialogue, the better. That dialogue we get on.
Touch them up and go. Oh, cha-cha-ching, ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. Still love you like that.
All of them listened. Some were not impressed.
I'm struck, I think, by the intransigence, once again, the sense that we're right and that there are no other views that can be held.
She came from Greece, she had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case, I'll have room with Coca-Cola. She said, fine. And then in 30 seconds time, she said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. Wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. What else could I do?
Brethren, our first duty tonight is to reclaim the Ulster Hall.
I said, pretend you got no money. And she just laughed and said, oh, you're so funny. I said, yeah. I can't see anyone else smiling here. Are you sure? You wanna live like common people. You wanna see
Our people are happy with the way things are going, but we feel that talks have to start. We have to get involved in talks. Our people have to get involved in talks, and they have to start soon.
And what about talking with Republicans? Is that still some distance away, or what would the mood be about that?
No comment.
What we're calling for now is a freedom of all prisoners. Now, that's it. Jim McCall, one last question. That's it. That's it.
Catherine Hamill and David Stirrett, who are from different sides of the peace line in West Belfast, then introduced the guest of honour.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the President of the United States.
For 25 years now, the history of Northern Ireland has been written in the blood of its children and their parents. The ceasefire turned the page on that history. It must not be allowed to turn back.
When it's not always raining, there'll be days like this. When there's no one complaining, there'll be days like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to welcome the President of the United States and the First Lady to Belfast. 10, come on, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Now, to become President of the United States, you have to undertake some considerable competition. But I have never confronted challengers with the name recognition, the understanding of the media, and the ability in the martial arts of the mighty Morphin and Power Rangers.
I just have to remember there'll be days like this. When no one steps on my dreams, there'll be days like this. When people understand what I mean, there'll be days like this. When you ring out the changes of how everything is. Well, my mama told me there'll be days like this.
I thought it was rather impudent of Dick Spring to invite me to talks about the future of Northern Ireland and how it should be governed. The correct person for me as part of the United Kingdom to address my concerns to is the United Kingdom government, who I will continue talking to. people of Northern Ireland want peace. Jerry Adams is standing in the way of peace. Now he had better decide what he's going to do.
It is not peace. It is a phony peace. It is held in place by concessions to those most capable of breaking the peace.
For loyalists who have had associations with paramilitaries, a commitment to the democratic process without a weapons handover should be enough for all party negotiations to begin.
It's unbelievable that we have demanded from the IRA for the last 25 years that they lay down their weapons and deal with issues politically. Now that they have, I think that we can't afford to put too many barriers.
Last night's murder has been admitted in the name of a previously unheard-of group, styling itself Direct Action Against Drugs. But security sources are deeply suspicious and believe this could well be a cover for the IRA.
Some reports claim that the gunmen shouted "Up the IRA" as they ran off, and it's been suggested that Mr. Collins had fallen out of favour with the Republican movement.
By approaching from the back garden, the killers avoided detection by this observation tower at nearby Fort Mona Army Base, which overlooks the scene.